Okay, good morning, students. Just I stopped electrochemistry. I will explain from tomorrow the electrochemistry along with biomolecules. But today I will send one video to you biomolecules. Okay, what are biomolecules? Okay, this is related to biochemistry. That means so many chemicals involves in physiological activities inside the human body during the digestion, excretion, all those, and some of the chemicals helpful for the good health for human beings. Okay, in that way we have so many biomolecules. In that the important biomolecules are carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, nucleic acids and enzymes. These are the 5 important biomolecules. But in our syllabus, the recent syllabus, we have only 3 important biomolecules for this academic year. One is carbohydrate, and second one is proteins, and third one is nucleic acids. That about the DNA and RNA. We will discuss all those topics in continuation. We don't have the enzymes and one more topic. What is that we called vitamins. Okay, we will discuss in continuation here carbohydrates. First, what is the use of carbohydrate? It's a good material. Okay, it has huge importance in our daily life. It has huge importance in our daily life. What we are eating in daily life? It may be rice, it may be idli, it may be vada, it may be dosha, it may be roti, chapati or any other. All the molecules are related to carbohydrates only. Sugar, all those are milk, it's also carbohydrate. All those are the best example for the carbohydrates. Okay, what is the meaning of carbohydrate? We have different definitions. And what is the use? Before seeing the definition, what is the use of carbohydrate? Okay, carbohydrate involves in so many chemical reactions inside the human body during the digestion in the presence of enzymes. Finally, gives energy. These are the source for the energy. Carbohydrates are mainly source for the energy for human being or animals. Okay, definition of carbohydrates. The carbohydrates are simply considered as a carbohydrate. The hydrate means water. Carbohydrates are simply considered as a carbohydrates. Okay, this is the oldest definition. But C6H12O6 is there, it is glucose. Okay, it obeys carbohydrate formula, 6 carbon atoms. Okay, 6H2O. This obeys, glucose obeys sucrose. What is the formula of sucrose? C12H22O11. It also obeys formula 11H2. Carbohydrate. But one problem is there here, rhamnose. The formula of rhamnose is C6H12O5. C6H12O5. This is the formula of rhamnose. It not obey this formula. It not acts as a carbohydrate, but it is a carbohydrate. For example, acetic acid. What is the formula of structure of acetic acid? CH3COH, we call it acetic acid. Molecular formula C2H4O2. This may be written like H2O. Okay, it is not carbohydrate, but it obeys carbohydrate formula. But it has carbohydrate formula. But acetic acid is not carbohydrate. So, this principle what I said in principle, carbohydrates are simply considered as a carbohydrate. The principle is not suitable for the carbohydrate, not fixed, not suitable, not satisfy the carbohydrates. Properties of carbohydrates. That's why scientists introduced one more principle for this carbohydrate. The polyhydroxy, here I am writing polyhydroxy. The polyhydroxy optically active, the polyhydroxy optically active aldehydes are ketones called as carbohydrates. What is the definition of modern definition of carbohydrate? What is the modern definition of carbohydrate? The polyhydroxy optically active aldehydes or ketones simply considered as a carbohydrates. This is the definition of carbohydrate. That means all the carbohydrate contain which functional group? Aldehydes and ketones. And polyhydroxy, number of OH groups, optically active, should have the chiral carbon. Example for the carbohydrates: glucose, fructose, maltose. Every carbohydrate ends with vose. That is the one simple principle. Fructose, glucose, maltose, sucrose, starch, glycogen. Lactose also is there. All these are the best example for the here carbohydrate. Just I wanted to draw the two structures: structure of glucose, structure of fructose. I said na polyhydroxy aldehydes are ketones, optically active polyhydroxy aldehydes are ketones we called as carbohydrate. Just these molecules satisfies these three properties or not, we'll check. Here I am writing glucose structure. Here CHO, here CH2OH, OH, H, OH, H, C6, H12, O6. Molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. See, aldehyde functional group is there here. So, aldehyde. And polyhydroxy, number of OH groups are there. So, satisfies polyhydroxy. Here chiral carbon, here chiral carbon, here chiral carbon, here chiral. The molecule which have chiral carbon, those are optically active molecules. So, it is an optically active molecule. Then, fructose. You take fructose, C double bond OH, H, C, OH, H, C, OH, H, CH2OH. Fructose, fructose contain keto functional group. Number of OH group. It is also chiral molecule. Chiral means optically active molecule. And it contains aldehyde and keto functional group and a number of OH groups. So, all carbohydrates, not only glucose, fructose, maltose, sucrose, starch, glycogen, lactose, all those satisfies the those definitions. Satisfy the definition. What is the definition? The polyhydroxy optically active aldehydes or ketones called as carbohydrates. This is about the definition of carbohydrate. In olden days, what we called carbohydrates or called as carbohydrate. But here ramenose is carbohydrate but not carbohydrate, but not carbohydrate. Acetic acid, it is not carbohydrate but it has carbohydrate formula. It obeys carbohydrate formula. That's why, okay, we can't consider the old definition carbohydrates, and we consider polyhydroxy optically active aldehydes and ketones are considered as a carbohydrates, and all the carbohydrates satisfy this definition. Okay, this is about the just definition of the carbohydrates. Then in continuation we will see the classification of carbohydrates. Okay, next in continuation we will see the classification of carbohydrates. First classification, based on taste. Classification of carbohydrates based on taste. Okay, based on taste. How is the taste? I will see the taste by tongue. If we feel sweeting taste. Okay, if carbohydrate, by eating carbohydrate, if we feel sweeting taste, such carbohydrates are called sugars. We will not feel sweeting taste, okay, such carbohydrates we called non-sugars. Okay, based on the taste, carbohydrates are classified into two types. If we feel sweet taste, okay, such carbohydrates are we called as sugars. We feel, okay, we can't feel the sweeting taste. Okay, such type of molecules we called as non-sugars. Such type of carbohydrates we called as non-sugars. Sugar means sweeting taste. Non-sugar means not sweeting taste. Okay, example for sugars: sucrose, fructose, glucose. All these are the example for the sugars. Non-sugars: starch don't have the taste, starch, glycogen. These are the best example for the non-sugars. These are not sweeting taste. Okay, here sugars again classified into two types. Based on the reactivity of sugar, these sugars are classified into two types. What are those? One is reducing sugars. Second one, non-reducing sugars. Reducing sugars and non-reducing sugars. Okay, what is the meaning of reducing sugar and non-reducing sugar? Okay, before seeing that, just I want to explain important reagents. Tollens reagent. Okay, and one more is there, Fehling's reagent. First we will see that one, after that we will see reagents. Okay, the carbohydrate which reduce the Tollens reagent and Fehling's reagent are called reducing sugars. The carbohydrate which reduces Tollens reagent and failing reagent are called reducing sugars. The carbohydrate which do not reduce the Tollens reagent and failing reagent, we called non-reducing sugars. Example for non-reducing sugars: fructose. Example for reducing sugars: glucose. Why glucose reduce Tollens reagent? Due to the presence of aldehyde functional group. Aldehydes are good reducing agents. Okay, we'll see why aldehydes are good reducing agent in continuation. Fructose contains keto functional group, so it does not reduce. So fructose is called non-reducing sugar. Glucose is called here reducing sugar. What is the difference between fructose and glucose? See, here we have the hydrogen. It donates hydrogen towards these electrons. Hydrogen electron transport towards Tollens reagent and failing reagent. That's why it acts as a reducing sugar. Due to the presence of this hydrogen, all aldehyde functional group containing molecules acts as a reducing molecules, reducing sugars. All aldehyde functional group containing carbohydrates are reducing sugars. Non-aldehyde, that means ketone functional group containing molecules, are considered as a non-reducing sugar. Here alkyl group is present, here alkyl group is present. So there is no feasibility to donate one hydrogen or electron towards the Tollens reagent and failing reagent. That's why all keto functional group containing molecules we considered as non-reducing sugars. Okay, this is about the one more classification. Okay, what is the Tollens reagent? How will we prepare the Tollens reagent? Okay, what reaction is observed here? See, first I am taking Tollens reagent. Here I am writing Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent. What happens? See here. Just take silver nitrate solution, add sodium hydroxide. Add sodium hydroxide. What you will get? Silver hydroxide precipitate. This is ash color precipitate. This is ash color precipitate. That is ash color precipitate. Okay, this ash color precipitate dissolving ammonia. Dissolving ammonia. Completely dissolved and you get the water-like liquid. That we called ammonical silver nitrate solution. This ammonical silver nitrate solution we called Tollens reagent. What is the other formula of this mother name of Tollens reagent? Ammonical silver nitrate solution is called Tollens reagent. This Tollens reagent, okay, here Tollens reagent, I am taking Tollens reagent. Okay, it will come into the aldehyde and ketone. Already there reaction. See, Tollens reagent reacts with aldehyde carbohydrate. CH means carbohydrate which contain aldehyde functional group. This hydrogen reduced Tollens reagent. It contains Ag plus ions now. It contains Ag plus ions. This hydrogen donate electron towards Ag plus ion. It form as a precipitate. It gain the electrons from aldehyde. So we called reduction. Here which donate the electrons? Carbohydrate. So we called reducing agent. And it is a sugar. So it is we called reducing sugar. This reaction is observed. Ag ions converting into Ag. Ag plus ions reduced into Ag in the presence of glucose. That's why it is called reducing sugar. But not fructose. CH C double bond O, CH3 RN. Keto. There is no transformation of electrons. Tollens reagent. No reaction. So this is called non-reducing sugar. Okay, next Fehling's reaction. Fehling's reagent. Okay, we have two types of Fehling reagent, Fehling A and Fehling B. Copper sulfate and sulfuric acid. Cupric sulfate and sulfuric acid. Both are simply considered as A. Okay, Fehling's A solution. It is called Fehling's A solution. What is the Fehling's B? Fehling's B solution. Okay, Rocelli salt along with the sodium hydroxide. This we called Fehling B, this we called Fehling A. Fehling A, Fehling B we considered as a Fehling A and Fehling B we considered as a Fehling reagent. Rocelli salt means sodium potassium tartrate we call as Rocelli salt. Fehling A, Fehling B contains Cu plus 2 ions. If you add here carbohydrate with aldehyde functional group, this can reduce Cu plus 2 into Cu plus 1. This is red color. Cu plus 1 into donate 1 electron towards Cu plus 2 and cupric ions and convert into Q plus. See, it reduce. Carbohydrate with keto group, Cu plus 2, no reaction. So, keto, fructose, simply considered as a non-reducing sugar. It does not reduce Fehling reagent and Tollens reagent. But aldehyde group containing carbohydrate. Okay, carbohydrate acts as a reducing agent. Okay, this is a one more. Based on the taste, carbohydrates are classified into two types. One is sugar, non-sugar, and sugars again classified into two types: reducing sugar and non-reducing sugars. And here, based on the number of carbon atoms also, we'll classify the carbohydrates. We'll see that also. Based on number of carbon atoms and functional group. Okay, here number of carbon atoms. Number of carbon atoms means like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have more than 7. And here aldose. Here ketos. Okay, when we write the name of carbohydrate, that should always end with O's. Okay. Next, 3 carbon atoms with aldehyde functional group we call aldotriose. Okay, aldotriose. 3 carbon atoms with keto functional group we call as ketotriose. Aldotriose, ketotriose. Next, 4 carbon atom aldotetrose. 4 carbon atom aldehyde functional group, we called aldotetrose. 4 carbon atom with keto functional group, we called ketotetrose. 5 carbon atom with aldehyde functional group, aldopentose. Here ketopentose. Ketopentose. Next here aldohexose. Glucose is the aldohexose. Okay, fructose is the ketohexose. Ketohexose. Next 7th one aldoheptose. Here ketoheptose. Based on the number of carbon atoms and functional group. Based on the number of carbon atom and functional group, carbohydrates classified into different types. If 3 carbon atoms are present, we call aldotriose. Aldehyde functional group, 3 carbon atom, aldotriose. Ketone functional group, 3 carbon atom, ketotriose. Next tetrose, aldotetrose, ketotetrose. Aldopentose, ketopentose. Aldohexose, ketohexose. Next aldoheptose, ketoheptose. This is the second classification of carbohydrates based on the carbon atoms and functional group. Next, in continuation, we will see the one more based on hydrolysis. Based on hydrolysis. Based on the hydrolysis, carbohydrates classified into 3 types. Classified into 3 types. Before seeing that classification, carbohydrates are also called as saccharides. Carbohydrates are also called as saccharides. Okay, remember that point. Based on the hydrolysis, carbohydrates classified into 3 types. One is monosaccharides, second one oligosaccharides, third one polysaccharides. Okay, the carbohydrate which do not hydrolyze into further, or the carbohydrate which do not give monosaccharides are called as monosaccharides. Okay, example for monosaccharides. General formula of monosaccharide is C6H12O6. Example for monosaccharides, so many examples are there. Glucose, it never hydrolyzes and never give the other. It never hydrolyzes. It never involves in hydrolysis. It never gives the further molecules. So that's why it is called monosaccharide. Example for this one: glucose, fructose. Okay, glucose, fructose, galactose. Okay, allose, maltose, glyco. All those are there, not glycogen. Okay, galactose. All those are the best example for the monosaccharides. Monosaccharides general formula C6H12O6. C6H12O6. And what is the meaning of oligosaccharides? The carbohydrate which involves in the hydrolysis and gives further monosaccharides. We call as oligosaccharides. If any oligosaccharide gives 2 monosaccharides, we call that one disaccharide. Disaccharide. If any gives 2, we call trisaccharides. Trisaccharides. If any give 4, we call tetrasaccharides. If any carbohydrate involves in hydrolysis form 2 or 3 or 4 monosaccharides. Such saccharides or such carbohydrates are called oligosaccharides. If it will give two, we call as disaccharides. Its general formula C12H22O11. Maltose, example for this one, maltose, lactose, okay, sucrose. All these are the best examples for disaccharides. Trisaccharides, okay, trisaccharides. For example, for trisaccharides, maltodextrose, okay, taginotriose, and raffinose. All these are the best example for, okay, all these are the best example for the trisaccharides. Okay, it contain 18 carbon atoms. 18 carbon atoms. Formula C18 na C12H22O11, C6H12O6, C12H22O11, C18 as per right 10 na, here also 10, H32, okay, remove 1, 22 means remove 2, 20, O20, O32 and O, add 6, 5 means 16. Okay, this is the formula C18H32O6. Here it gives 4. Okay, the carbohydrate which gives the 4 monosaccharides by the hydrolysis, we called tetrasaccharides. Example for tetrasaccharides. Stacose, and here maltodextrose, and here taginotetrose. These are the best example for tetrasaccharides. And its formula C24H42O. Okay, here how much is 16? 16 plus 5, 21. So general formula of tetrasaccharides, general formula of trisaccharides, general formula of disaccharides, general formula of monosaccharides. These are the example for tetrasaccharides. And what is the meaning of polysaccharide? The carbohydrate which gives many number of monosaccharides by the hydrolysis, we call polysaccharides. The carbohydrate which gives many number of polysaccharides, many number of monosaccharides by the hydrolysis, we called polysaccharides. Example for polysaccharides: starch, glycogen, cellulose. All these are the best example for the polysaccharides. Okay, this is about the classification of carbohydrates based on the hydrolysis, based on the number of carbon atoms, number of carbon atom and functional group, and based on the, okay, based on the, we saw already that one. What is that? First classification, taste based on the reducing property, based on the reducing property. This is about the definition of carbohydrates and classification of carbohydrate. Next in continuation, we'll see the glucose, fructose, okay, and different structures are there, ring structure, all we'll see in continuation. Thank you.